Good morning, welcome to the vlog. I just got the kids ready and off to school. Steven dropped them off. Hey. He'll be back in a few minutes, the good hunter. So I'm just sitting down at my desk getting some work done, having some coffee, and okay, I feel like I have so much to update you guys on. Hunter, I need to go change his pajamas. He's been sitting here with me this morning, but he has been spitting up like crazy. I shared this over on Instagram, but it's been really weird. Like out of nowhere, I think he just like almost spit up again. Out of nowhere, he just started spitting up like a lot. Like it's not like projectile or anything. Every now and then it's like chunky, and a lot of times it's not. Sometimes it just like pours from his mouth, and I can't quite figure out what's going on. Like at first I thought maybe it was something he was sensitive to, like solid wise, that I had been feeding him, because he's been, you know, doing pretty well with solids lately. Since he's 7 months old now, so he's been eating quite a bit. So I backed off for a few days, not really knowing what was going on. But I called the pediatrician. I talked to a nurse, was it yesterday morning or the day before? And I talked to her and I said, I kept thinking like maybe that it was something I was feeding him, so I kind of backed off, but then it kept happening. And at first I thought, like, I kept thinking, okay, when I got sick, I started drinking those body armors every day because people were like, oh, that helps boost your supply and like hydration. So I started drinking those, and I thought, okay, well maybe that's like upsetting his stomach, so I quit that. Well, then he kept spitting up. Oh my gosh. It's like literally, I don't know if you can see. Like this is crazy, and I don't understand. So then I stopped that, and I keep trying to eliminate things, figuring out what's going on, but nothing's seeming to help. And so when I talked to the nurse yesterday, I said, could it be like dairy or something I'm eating? Hold on a second. Okay, I'm just literally gonna be covered in spit up. His pajamas, like this is insane. So I'm like, could it be like something I'm eating? But to me, like what's weird is he's not fussy. So like after he eats, he's like really not fussy. Like he'll sit in his little like activity thing. I'll keep him upright for a little while after he eats, and he'll just be like spitting up everywhere and like, oh my gosh, look at that. Like smiling, like he's so happy, and I just don't get it. I'm like, when Brody had a dairy intolerance when he was a baby, and I eliminated dairy from my diet while I was nursing, because whenever I would have any dairy, and then I would nurse him, he would just scream for hours. Like he would get really colicky, and like that's never been the case with Hunter. So I'm like, he's not upset. He's just spitting up, and I can't figure out what's going on. And this just started. Like as a baby, he never spit up. Like this never happened. So she's like, I said, can a dairy thing like develop as they get older? And she said, yeah. But it also is weird to me that he's not fussy. So I don't know. So I'm gonna try to eliminate, I'm going to eliminate dairy from my diet. She says it takes like a week to get out of your system, and see if that helps. Because I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. I feel so bad. Look at that. I gotta go wipe his face and change his clothes. And then she said, like, after eliminating dairy, if it doesn't stop, then I can call them back and try to figure out what's going on. My little boy, you're so happy though. Look at that. See, he's so happy. But I'm just gonna be covered in spit up. This is what happens. I change my shirt like 1,000 times because I'm holding him. Just spits up everywhere. So that's a little Hunter update. We're trying to figure that out. Oh, his hand. Also, he had a tooth pop through. That's the other thing. He got his first tooth a couple days ago, and I asked her on the phone. I said, could it be related to teething? I said, because his first tooth just popped through, and like all the drool and everything. And she said, I mean, it could, but she didn't seem like she thought that's what it could be. And based on like it's so chunky and stuff, I'm like, I feel like it's not teething. I feel like it's something else. And I'm not quite sure what. Right? Okay, let's go get you changed. And then I have lots to update you guys on. I officially launched my little project that I've been working on for a while. If you follow me over on Instagram, you already know that. But if you don't, I'm gonna tell you today. I'm gonna tell you in this video, and we're gonna go on a little adventure because I'm working on some reels today. The kids are at school, like I said. They have their field day today, which is really cool. Oh my goodness, you just have so much to say. Kids are really excited about that. I used to love field day when I was little. So I know Brody's gonna have fun. So, okay, let's go get you changed, and let's get into this day in the life vlog, right? It's been a little bit since we vlogged, huh? Yeah. I have literally given him multiple baths, like, each day, because he gets so stinky from spitting up like this, and then I'll like change him and just like wipe him down with a baby wipe, so I'm not giving him baths every single time he spits up. But it's been really crazy. Okay, don't chew on that. It's been really crazy. It's kind of breaking my heart, just because like I want him to be happy and feel good, and it's like making me sad for him because I don't know what's going on. And then he gets like his clothes all wet, and then that's not comfortable, right, Hunter? I know. So I'm almost trying to figure it out. So sorry, little guy. Okay. Got him this cute little, another one of these little Amazon outfits. I love these. Got it in the blue color, and I thought this would look so handsome with your blue eyes. Yes, because you have the prettiest blue eyes. Yes, you do. You want your passy? Here. There you go. I wonder how many outfits we're going to go through today. Uh-oh. Hold on. There you go. Hey. How's that, handsome boy? Give me that. How's that? I got him this passy and a tan one, a pack off of Amazon, because in the night, like if we ever have to go in there to like put the passy in his mouth, which has only happened one time since we moved him to his crib, since his sheet is black and all of his passies are black and dark green, we can't ever find them. So I got him that one. Apparently they make these, like the Bibs passies, in glow in the dark ones. Someone sent it to me on Instagram, but I'd already ordered these. But I'm like, that's brilliant, so that they can find their passies. Anyways, I was gonna film a video on transitioning Hunter to his crib and like explaining that process, but honestly what happened was I started filming the video, and then night one I nursed him and put him in there. Look, this is not gonna last long. Night one, I nursed him and then put him in there, and then he just slept through the night, and that was the end of that. So, I mean, he had been sleeping through the night, like in our room, and so, but I thought there would be a transition moving him to his crib, but there wasn't. And then Brody, like, we lay Hunter down, or we lay them down together at the same time. Or sometimes Hunter goes to bed before Brody, and then we'll just like pray and all that, like outside of Brody's room, like in Addison's room. And then we'll just walk Brody in and tuck him in, and Hunter stays asleep. So it really wasn't even a transition, so it honestly couldn't make up a whole video. So that's how that went. Okay. Are you laughing? Are you laughing? All right, I just got Hunter down for his morning nap. So if you don't follow me over on Instagram, the thing that I have been working on is I launched a podcast. I am so excited. I launched this podcast with my best friend. Her name is Ashton Little. We're also family because our husbands are first cousins. So that's why we have the same last name, but we're not like related by blood. Our husbands are. I'm not gonna tell you the whole story because in episode 1 that is out right now, it's on Apple, it's on Spotify, and working on getting it everywhere else. But if you want to listen to that, it's also on YouTube. So if you prefer to watch like videos versus just listening to a podcast, I will link the podcast in the description box below. But it is called The Wildflower Podcast. And in episode 1, we explain why we started the podcast, how we came up with the name, and just kind of like all of it behind, like the story behind it all. But really high level, I'll share with you here is I had never thought of doing a podcast. She had thought about doing a podcast 3 years ago. It was something that the Lord put on her heart, but she knew it wasn't really the right time and didn't really know when was gonna be the right time or who it was gonna be with or whatever. I had never really thought of doing a podcast. Obviously, I do, YouTube here and Instagram stuff, and we are both moms. We are obviously wives. She is a business owner. She owns the Bar Method in Southlake where I work out. She danced professionally for the Dallas Cowboys. She is a choreographer, a dance teacher. She's done a lot of things. So she's always worked as a mom, and I've always been a stay-at-home mom. We have very different journeys, very different stories. We've both been through a lot of stuff, a lot of things that the Lord has walked us through, things that we're still in the middle of as well. And it's just been a very interesting process. We've got very different stories, but we've been been best friends through it all. We've been best friends for almost 10 years now, which is pretty crazy. So through this podcast, we're going to be sharing just what our life has looked like following the Lord, having a deep relationship with the Lord, and then walking through some of the hard things that we've been through. It's going to be very just honest, real conversations. It's not scripted in any way. It's just very, very relaxed. And so many of you have shared here that y'all have enjoyed seeing more of like me sharing stuff, you know, about my relationship with the Lord and following God and all that kind of stuff. And I really feel like the podcast is going to be the perfect way to do that. The Lord put that on my heart in January about a podcast and gave me the name, and it just, the way it all lined up with things that the Lord was sharing with her, it was just really, really cool. And so we share in depth that story over in episode 1 of the Wildflower podcast. And it's really cool just how the Lord works and how he orchestrates these things and brings it all together. And so it's been a really, really exciting process. We've got the Instagram, got everything kind of set up, so you can go follow us over there if you want. But it's going to be really cool. You know, all of you in this community who are moms, wives, even if you're not a mom, just women, have probably experienced a lot of the things that we've experienced, especially since as a mom, you're either a stay-at-home mom or you're a working mom kind of thing. You're one or the other, and we kind of cover both of those bases. And like I said, since we come from very different perspectives, it's going to be really cool to share our stories and the Lord kind of working through us and sharing what motherhood and marriage and life has looked like, sharing more about what it looks like to follow the Lord in today's world, or what it looks like to be in the world but not of it. I mean, just a lot of stuff, and we've got a lot of content planned and we're really excited for it. So if that's something that you're interested in, we just pray that it just encourages you and that you leave feeling like you want to go deeper in your walk with the Lord and know more and desire more from him. So it's cool. I think so often people identify religion as God, and it's very different in our world and in the modern day church. It's kind of become this thing like one, and it's not. The spirit of religion is very real, and I sort of want to break that mold of like, this isn't about religion or being religious. It's not legalistic. It's not being stuck in all of these traditions, about kind of getting back to what is deep intimacy with the Lord, what is just actually walking with the Lord in a relationship with the Lord, and what does that look like. So it's gonna be really cool, and I am just pumped for it. So I hope that you will follow along on the Wildflower Podcast YouTube, Instagram, and of course on the show on Apple Podcasts and Spotify or wherever you like to listen. So anyways, that is the big news. I am editing actually like a reel from episode 1. So I've got all the footage from episode 1 and I'm kind of taking some snippets. I'm going to create a little reel for that. So that's what I'm working on right now. Yeah. And that's what it is. We've got a lot of other exciting things in the works to be launched that are sort of all in the realm of this podcast that I think you're really gonna like. And so that's all coming down the pipeline. But for now, we're just starting with the podcast. We're gonna have episodes weekly. So Tuesday is our upload day. So there'll be new episodes every Tuesday for the Wildflower Podcast. And then obviously I'm gonna get back to, I'm thinking just continuing one video a week, and hopefully that'll be Wednesdays, but we'll see, here on YouTube and kind of vlogging and stuff like that. But really quick, you know what? I shared this in the podcast, but I'll just tell you how the name came to be. The Lord gave me the name, but I've always had this intrigue with wildflowers, and what I love about them is that they are planted by God, they are sustained by God, they're there for only a certain season. It's really cool. And then I'm gonna go on, when I said we're gonna go on an adventure, I'm gonna go film another little reel of some wildflowers before they go away, because they're only for a short time, and I can already notice that some of them are not as like, they're not everywhere like they were a couple weeks ago. And so I want to film a reel about that. But I was driving around and it just hit me so hard in my soul of like, man, you know, for 90% of the year you drive around and it is grass, beautiful grass, dead grass, like whatever. There's nothing else there, right? It's like whatever is under the surface is dormant, or you just don't see it, right? And so that's sometimes how we are, right? Whatever the Lord is working on in our hearts and in our lives, sometimes you don't see the fruit of that yet. You don't see the evidence of it, and it can feel like you are left behind, or hang on one second. Okay, cool. That was the kids' school. Apparently Addison needs lunch. The email for field day said that no lunches were needed because there's gonna be hot dogs and hamburgers. But apparently that's just for pre-K and up, not the 2s and 3s class. So I need to make her a lunch and take it up there. Yay. Okay, anyways, what I was saying is so often the things that the Lord plants in our hearts and in our just dreams in our hearts, our concept of time and like how long that should be taking for things to bloom is not, like, God is not on our timetables, right? And so as I was driving the other day, I just was like, man, that's just how these wildflowers are, right? It's just like where you don't see any like beauty, where you don't see any like blooms of what is actually under the surface. One day, out of nowhere, when it's the right time and season, because wildflowers are just a seasonal thing, they bloom. And that's how these dreams and these purposes and things that the Lord has for us are as well. And it just took me back, and I just am constantly reminded of how much the Lord loves us and the beauty and all of it. The verse that the Lord gave me for this podcast was Luke 12:27 through 28, and it says, I'm paraphrasing, but it says, consider how the wildflowers grow. They do not labor or spin. If that is how God clothes the grass of the fields, how much more will he clothe you? And it's just a really great reminder when you're losing hope, or you're feeling like you're losing faith in whatever it is that you're walking in. It's just a reminder to consider how the wildflowers grow, that he loves you that much more. And I think it's so often we forget our value and we lose sight of that, but it's just a really cool reminder of how much the Lord loves you, how much he'll clothe you and equip you, and it's just really cool. So that is the high level. We go much more in depth. We talk about our friendship, how we are related, how we know each other, like all kinds of stuff. And so I hope that you'll go give it a listen. Hopefully you'll follow along, and I just pray that it encourages you. So that's the big news. It's exciting. I'm just really excited for what the Lord's doing in each of our lives and our hearts and what he's gonna do with it. So that's it. I'm gonna finish editing this reel real quick while Hunter's down for his morning nap, continue having a little bit of coffee, and apparently I need to go make lunch. So I'm going to get this done, hopefully get it up on Instagram, get Addison's lunch made, and then I'll drop that off to her, and then we'll go on our little wildflower adventure in a few minutes.
There's a party downtown, someone said that you're coming by. Let me know when you're here, meet me up for a smoke outside.
Okay, I got my reel done that I was making earlier for the podcast, and then I flew out of my house, grabbed Hunter up from his nap. I felt so bad, I hate waking him up. But we flew out of the house and pulled in to drop Addison's lunch off to her at 11:16. Her lunch was at 11:15, so they ran it over to her. Then we just got back in the car, and Steven just called me. He was finishing up an appointment, and he's like, do you want to meet for lunch? So I think he's gonna pick up Thai food, and we're just gonna meet him at his office and eat it there. So it's kind of like, wasn't in my plan, but it's all good because I haven't eaten today. I brought a banana with me and I'm starving, so that's great. So I need to feed Hunter. So he's gonna pick up the food, and I'm gonna go to his office and just feed Hunter real quick in the car, and then go in and we'll have some lunch together. He's got more meetings the rest of the day, and I wanted to go on that little adventure. I keep calling it that because I told the kids they were gonna go with me, but we'll do it again with them another day. They want to go pick some wildflowers, and I want to film some little video things, and honestly it'll be easier without the big kids with me, just because I don't know where I'm going to find all the different flowers I'm wanting to see. It's probably going to be like on the sides of roads, I don't know. It's going to be a little adventure, so because I want to film this reel and do like the voiceover thing. So that's kind of like my main task I want to accomplish while the kids are at school before I have to pick them up at 2:30. Okay, we just got to Steven's office, and I just realized when I got him out of the car, I didn't put the diaper bag in the car. So hopefully he doesn't need a diaper change while we're out and about. Gosh, I'm losing my mind sometimes, I'm convinced.
What I said didn't mean it, yeah, believe me, I guess I'll take it back. There's a party downtown, someone said that you're coming by.
Hunter boy. Yeah, you all fed? Oh. Check out my nails. I got my nails done yesterday. Look how bright they are. It's funny because like at home they look Kelly green. In the car, like with the sun, they look neon green. But either way, I'm here for it. I'm in a green phase right now. Green and like neon yellow. Okay, we finished our lunch. Hunter's trying to fall asleep. I just stuck the passy in his mouth. We are driving around. I don't even know where I am, but I'm trying to find different clumps of wildflowers so I'm gonna make a reel. So I'm like in a neighborhood, so it's safe, not off the side of the highway. Tons of the wildflowers are right off the side of the highway. Obviously I can't hop out of the car there, so I'm gonna hop out right here and take a little video of some of these pink ones. I think they're called buttercups. Anyways, Hunter, he's okay. That was Passien. Every time I stop the car though, he like starts crying.
Well, that summer was a big mistake. I just hope that we're still okay. You always pick me up and let me down. We're spinning around, losing our minds.
Okay, got a little bitty clump. Let's try to find some more. Okay, Hunter and I are driving again. Just searching for wildflowers. He's asleep now, so that's good. Hopefully he stays asleep, but sometimes when I stop the car, he gets a little, I found some different patches of wildflowers, but I got some white ones and a video of like some pink ones, but I'd love to see like more all in one clump, but I don't know if I'll be able to find that or if they're already kind of going away at this point. Also, a lot of where I'm at is like groomed really well, so like if people mow their yards, then obviously, oh, there's a bunch right there, but we're on like a busy road, dang it. Maybe I can turn around and get back by there in a second, because there's no cars. I might could do that. There was a big clump of pink ones, so we'll see. This is kind of fun. It's 1:05 right now. Like I said earlier, I've got to pick the kids up at 2:30, and I forgot I have to have Brody's jujitsu stuff, so I'm gonna have to run back by the house to get that. And then I'll take him to Steven's office, and Steven's just gonna take him to jujitsu. Addie and I and Hunter aren't gonna go tonight, I don't think. Oh, there's yellow ones. Okay, cool. All right, so I can get a few of these little clips. Hopefully no cars come behind me. Okay, I'm gonna turn around. Okay, Hunter and I are home now. We're a little adventure. I got quite a few clips of different wildflowers, so I'll show you. I'm gonna try to go get that reel put together really quick before I have to go pick the kids up. It's 1:30 right now. He's asleep, so maybe I can see if I can transfer him to his crib and then work on this for a few minutes. So that was fun.
If we do, then if we don't, then if we give in what we want, and I always pick you up and let you down.
Okay, we are home now, and Hunter is like laughing so hard. Let's see if I can get him to do it on camera. Okay, ready? Hey! Hey! Okay. Let's turn away. Hey! Hunter! Hey! Hey! Hunter! Hey! Give me this! Are you backwards in this thing? Did I put you in backwards? What is going on? Say crazy, Mama. Hey! Why do you think that's so funny?
Hey! 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 Hey!
Boo! Ow! Did he bite you with his new tooth? Hey! Hey! Don't! You're laughing up a storm, huh?